Ready to do the promo? Heat at Cavs. LeBron returns. The fans are going to be hostile, but it's going to be exciting. Enough said.
Heat, Cavaliers, Suns, Warriors next. Presented by the United States Marine Corps on TN.
For 7 seasons, LeBron James wore the colors of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then came the decision. And tonight comes the return. And moments ago, he took to the court in Cleveland. LeBron James and the Miami Heat at Quicken Loans Arena on a night unlike any other. And you're going to see it tonight on TNT. There is LeBron. Every time his picture was put on the Jumbotron here at Quicken Loans Arena, the boos rang out. After the original chorus of boos, there came a chant from 20,000 plus here, describing a body part.
Yeah, they call those expletives.
Yes. And we approach the tip.
In the hood, we call them rap songs.
At Quicken Loans Arena, you see LeBron and his former teammate Antoine Jameson, and I don't know exactly what to expect on this night as we welcome you to TNT NBA Tip-Off presented by Autotrader.com. From Quicken Loans Arena, Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, and Charles Barkley.
Ernie, I don't think anybody know what to expect. I mean, clearly there's some anger in these people in Cleveland, you know, but I'm glad we're here because I want to see it in person.
You know, and Ernie, I will be honest. I've been in 2 NBA finals, and I've not seen the electricity in a regular season game ever in my life. I've been around basketball for 25 to 30 years and have never seen an electricity in a building and the intensity in a building for a regular season game. This feels like the NBA Finals right now.
It does.
And this
like
is no
Game
exaggeration.
7.
A Game 7 of an NBA Finals is just as important.
LeBron played 619 games for the Cleveland Cavaliers, postseason included. He played 25,197 minutes for the Cavaliers, but it's these next 48 that all these Cleveland fans care about right now. And the question posed in the Cleveland Plain Dealer this morning along the lines of LeBron asking, what should I do, is what should Cleveland do? And so they've taken measures to make sure that, I guess, you know, the signs are appropriate, the shirts are appropriate in here, and the hope is that the conduct will be appropriate and not get out of hand tonight, Charles.
Well, I think, listen, Cleveland is a good city. I think they're hurt. Anytime there's a breakup, it's going to be emotional. LeBron did some things wrong this summer. Dan Gilbert did some things that were wrong this summer. I'm kind of glad this game is finally here so we can get on with the rest of the NBA season. But tonight, I just hope nothing bad happens. I don't mind booing and all that type of stuff. Because LeBron's a good guy, but he did do some things wrong this summer.
How do you think his game will be affected tonight?
Well, his game, there's no middle ground. He's going to be either really good or he's going to be really bad. Because the emotion in this game, like I said, is like a Game 7. As the profanity and the chant start, you hear it in the background. They don't do this for Game 19 of an NBA season. They do this for Game 7 in an NBA World Championship. That's when they do it.
Charles, how much will he be able to just, I don't know, put aside? Or is he going to hear every bit of it tonight? And can he go through it unaffected by this kind of attention tonight?
First of all, he's affected. I went through a situation like this when I went back to Philly my first time. I was nervous. I was hyper. And they treated me great. And I was nervous and hyper. There's no way he can prepare himself. First of all, he wants to play well. This is a must-win game for the Miami Heat because they don't want him to get embarrassed. But, Ernie, people are going to say this is a normal game for LeBron. It's not. Like I say, man, I was terrified when I went back to Philly, and they gave me a standing ovation. I'm going to bet my life on it. He's not going to get a standing ovation tonight.
No, I don't think you need to have a very strong limb to go out on that one. you know, this team is 11. There's one of those. There's one of the.
That is the.
See,
hey, that's the nice T-shirt.
Yeah,
That's the nice.
the Lion King. You've seen Queen James. You've seen Witness. And Betrayed, and so they have come out in full force.
The Royal Mess.
It's another sellout here. Mo Williams says it's going to be an epic night. He's not trying to say it's like any other night, and he also says it's like your ex-girlfriend coming to your wedding.
No, I think you going to the ex-girlfriend's wedding that quit you. That's what it's like. It's a different scenario. The people of Cleveland did not want LeBron James to leave. He left them. So him coming back and returning with his teammates in arms, that is almost the most disrespectful sign for the whole franchise. And you think about what this city is going through. That's what they're thinking about.
And let's don't kid ourselves. These Cavaliers players, LeBron really told them, y'all suck.
Y'all not good enough.
Y'all not good enough.
Right,
So
no question.
that's what Mo Williams is like. Those players are thinking like, oh, he think we suck. We're not as good as the Miami Heat, but we can be tonight.
But listen, they won 61 games in 66 games, and he tells those guys you're not good enough, basically, by leaving. There's a lot of emotion in this arena.
This team will be playing its 20th game, the Miami Heat. They are 11-8 right now. So if they win tonight,
means absolutely nothing.
they will be 12-8 through 20 games. Where did you expect them to be through 20 games of this season?
I'd say any 17, 18 wins. I couldn't foresee them losing more than 2 games in that early going. But the problem is they play, as Charles and I have been saying for the last 3 weeks, too slow. When you have 3 great players and you're only getting 70, 65 shots, 60 shots as a team, there's not enough shots. When they're used to playing alone, they have more liberty with the basketball. So you have to speed the tempo up, and you have to say, if my guys get 80 shots, your guys get 80 shots, we're too talented to lose.
And I got to tell you something. I think they've done their coach, Eric Spoelstra, a disservice. He's a really good coach. He's a good guy. I criticize Pat Riley a little bit, but Pat Riley should come out and say, I'm not going to coach this team. He's put that team under pressure. He's put Eric Spoelstra under pressure. I like Pat Riley, but he's done this team a disservice. He should come out and say, I'm not going to coach this team.
Or even if he's not going to coach the team, come out and say, this is my guy.
Yes.
Enough of this baloney.
Yes, but you know what? Listen, Kenny's right. This has nothing to do with Coach Spoelstra. They got to quit walking the ball up and down the court and play faster because they don't have a big team.
This is how I know, too, Ernie, if LeBron is ready. He's been running down people in the last years. We've seen no highlights of running down, blocking shots. That is the LeBron James.
But let me tell you something. I'll know about LeBron tonight if he comes out and tries to be too aggressive because he's not that type of player to get 50 points.
The starting lineups, the introductions will come your way in just a couple of minutes. You'll see it live here on TNT. As we go to break, there is a question. Will he or won't he? A challenge is issued.
LeBron is Chuck. I dare you.
NBA Tip-Off, presented by Autotrader.com.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Quicken Loans Arena here in Cleveland, Ohio. Now, it's time to meet tonight's starters for the visiting Miami Heat. At 4, 6'8" from St. Vincent St. Mary High School, number 6, LeBron James. At 4, 6'11" from Georgia Tech, number 1, Chris Bosh. A 7'3" center from Lithuania, number 11, Zydrunas Ilgauskas. At guard, 6'4" from Marquette, number 3, Dwayne Wade. At guard, 6'2", from Florida International, number 8, Carlos Arroyo. The Miami Heat are led by head coach Eric Spoelstra. All right, Cleveland, are you ready? Cavalier fans, are you ready?
We're always prepared. We're always ready to play. And we play hard.
It's all us. Nobody else. This is Cleveland. This is our city. It's our team. Our pride. Our home. Are you ready? Let's do it. It's game time.
All one. One ball.
So I relax from spilling these raps long as you feel them. To the day that I drop, you'll never say that I'm not killing them. Cause when I am not, then I'ma stop pinning them. And I am not hip-hop, and I'm just not
till the lights go out, till my leg give out, can't shut my mouth, till the smoke is out, and my high, I'm a witness, and my phone will out, until the room come on, until my legs come underneath me.
Get on your seat! Get on your feet! Let's beat the starting lineup for your Cleveland Cavaliers! Starting at one forward from Oklahoma State, number 12, Joey Graham! He's starting at the other forward from North Carolina State, number 21, J.J. Hickson! The man in the middle from Brazil, number 17, the wild name, Anderson Varejão. He started at one guard. He's from Bradley University, number 18, Anthony Parker. And he's starting at the lead guard. He's from Alabama, number 2, Your Cavaliers are led by head coach Byron Scott. Cavaliers fans, make some noise for your Cleveland.
The usual sellout crowd, better than 20,000 are here at the Q in Cleveland. And as you'd expect, the Cavaliers starting lineup greeted by enormous enthusiasm, while for LeBron James, it is just the start of what figures to be 2.5 hours straight of booing and heckling. Hi, everybody. Marv Albert along with Steve Kerr. Reggie Miller will be joined momentarily by Craig Sager. And Reggie, as you think back to your playing career, you faced some extraordinarily hostile crowds, particularly in New York, under different circumstances, but you were able to use it to your advantage. How will LeBron react to all that is going on here tonight?
Well, LeBron James won 349 games here for the Cavaliers, second best in the Eastern Conference during that span. Obviously, he's going to have to accept and embrace wearing the black hat and being the villain. Obviously, when he went to South Beach for the Miami Heat, things changed for him. But I look for him to have his best game of the season, possibly a triple-double. But he's going to have to understand what these fans have in store for him.
All right, Steve, the Cavaliers come in with a record of 7-10. Here's LeBron to the scorer's table. The question is, would he go through the usual pregame routine involving the slapping of the powder over at the table, which fans here in Cleveland, as you can hear, have not necessarily appreciated. Well, Charles did make the dare, although he didn't hear the dare.
I'm taking that he didn't watch the dare on TV in the locker room, right?
I don't believe so. I think he was warming up. But the Cavs at 7-10, and I would think that surprises people around the NBA. Not much was expected of this team without LeBron. Are you surprised by their start?
I think they've exceeded expectations here, Marv, and I think they're a tough team, a scrappy team, and they've almost used LeBron's departure to galvanize their team together. I think the key tonight, and Byron Scott told us this earlier,